Hey there everybody, today's video is going to go over whether or not a lack of eye contact means your child may have autism. My name is Kayla. I have an 8-year-old son named Shane and he has autism. I created this space as a place where we can all come together, share what we've learned, share our experiences, and improve the lives of families living with autism. So welcome to our channel. The first thing I want to make very, very clear is that a lack of eye contact on its own is not a sign of autism. There are many reasons why a child 3 years or younger may not make a lot of eye contact or any eye contact, and those reasons, a lot of them don't have anything to do with autism. But if your child also exhibits some of the things that I'm about to tell you about, in addition to a lack of eye contact, then it may be worth looking in a little bit further to autism. If you have an infant child and you know that their hearing is working properly, maybe you've even had their hearing tested, which I had to do with Shane numerous times, and they're still not responding to their name and their 1, 2, by that point, it is probably worth talking to a pediatrician about whether or not your child may or may not have autism and looking into having further evaluation. By 3 years old, kids are responding to their name quite actively. And if for some reason your child is not, and you know that their hearing is okay, there may be something else going on. If your child is struggling to make eye contact, responding to their name, and in addition to that, there is like a delay in their fine motor, gross motor, even communication skills, then it's probably a very good idea that as soon as possible, you take the time to talk to your pediatrician and to get some further testing done. Because the combination of a lack of eye contact plus a developmental delay with fine and gross motor skills is a very big sign of autism. The autism spectrum is very wide, and every individual on the spectrum experiences their autism in different ways. However, there are a few signs that are pretty widespread across the spectrum that you can use to identify whether or not your child may or may not have autism, especially when combined with a lack of eye contact. For example, if your child has stimming behaviors, this could include hand flapping in front of their face on a regular basis. Like for my son, it's jumping up and down and humming. Some kids snap their fingers. If they're doing something sort of stimming when they're in high stress environments, that is a very good sign of autism. So at that point, you definitely need to talk to your doctor and ask what's happening. Your kid is not making eye contact, they're stimming. The combination is a very good sign. It's time to talk to somebody else. Extreme repetitive play is very common in young children with autism. What that means is your child likes to play with the same toys in the same ways all the time. For Shane, it was lining up his dinosaurs and naming each one of them in the same order. It could be dinosaurs, it could be cars, it could be anything. As long as it is repetitive and they're always playing with the toys in the same way, that combined with a lack of eye contact is a really, really big sign for autism. And again, you need to speak to a professional. For a child around 3 years old, imaginative play is a very common occurrence. They're taking dinosaurs and they're pretending that the dinosaurs are going on a picnic, or they're playing with their dolls and the dolls are going grocery shopping. For children with autism, not so much. So if your child is exhibiting a lack of imaginary play, they're always just stuck in their repetitive play and they're not creating scenarios and situations for their toys. That combined with some of the other things I just talked about, again, a sign you need to seek help to see what's happening with your child. If your child is showing a lack of interest in other children and you can't really see why that might be happening, maybe they're not upset, they're not frustrated, they're not angry with somebody, they're just in general showing a lack of interest in playing with other kids. That combined with, again, some of the other things I talked about, like lack of eye contact, repetitive play, that can be another sign that your child has something that you need to be looking into. So contact a professional as soon as possible. So the good news, lack of eye contact in a child is not a green light for autism. However, if it is combined with some of the things we just went over, you probably need to speak to a professional to see what's happening with your child. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I look forward to making more content that will help you and this community. Take care and have a great day.